The rebirth of the modern IWC pilot's watch occurred in 1994 for the Mark series in the form of the Mark XII, and in 2002 for the BR in the form of the Big Pilot 5002. While this video will focus on the Mark series, do be sure to keep in mind the BR dial design. Now let's quickly review the MOD design Mark XI in more detail. You will note that the Mark XII remained fairly faithful aside from the addition of a date window and a different IWC logo. Internally, it uses the less rugged but more fancy JLC 889 based caliber 884. The Mark XV stayed mostly the same aside from growing from 36 to 38 mm and now using an ETA 2892 derived movement. You will note that the Mark XVI dial and handset have now been inspired by the BR. It even has the duck face at 12 o'clock. Size-wise, it's moved up a millimeter to 39 mm, and it uses the same movement as the Mark XV. The Mark XVII gained an unnecessary altimeter-inspired triple date window. It also grew 2 more millimeters up to 41. The movement is still ETA 2892 based. And finally, we have the newly released Mark XVIII, which has lost the triple date window and a millimeter, bringing it down to 40 millimeters. I feel that the position of the date window is a bit odd. To reiterate, the Mark XII and XV stayed relatively true to the Mark XI series design. And from the Mark XVI onward, we see a strange shift towards the BR dial and handset design. There is also an increase in size. While I can only assume that the shift in design is due to Big Pilot aesthetic popularity, I must say that it saddens me to see the great Mark XI design fall by the wayside.